Let's head right down to that chair.
Okay,
Now, is it okay with you? I want to record this
absolutely.
because these are kind of the experiences. Let me flip this around that people don't really get to see. Maybe, there it is. All right. So, just for context, today is the first day here for outpatient therapy. You just finished home health. It's 4 weeks since surgery. It's the right knee replacement. And we talked about measuring progress at home. So this is my favorite way to measure progress at home.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to have you stand up.
Okay,
I'm going to turn the chair so it's facing the wall.
okay.
And scoot as close forward as you can. And then go ahead and sit. Now there's a little bit of room. We can slide the chair back if we need to.
Just give me a second.
Take your time. Take your time. And like I said, you can, yep,
Oh,
that's
I'm
all right.
sorry.
No, that's fine.
That's good right there.
So this is day one. That's perfect. The worse it is today, the better it's going to be in the future. Exactly.
Okay.
So the whole idea here at home, and it could be any chair you have at home,
Okay,
but what we want is we want that heel flat on the floor. You can't see it, but you can feel it.
yes,
We want the toe up against the wall, any wall.
okay,
Hallway, closet, doesn't matter, any wall. And we're going to look at this distance right here.
okay,
Because you can understand, as you get closer, the knee bends more.
Yes.
You don't know what the degrees is, but you can objectively measure change. The change in this distance means you're progressing. You're
Okay.
improving.
okay,
So stay right there.
okay.
Let me grab a ruler. Actually. So even if I just use something like this,
Okay,
right? Where maybe I use a book, a clipboard. If I have a ruler, ruler's awesome. I thought there might be one. And so what I'm doing is I'm measuring that distance right there. Let's pretend that distance is 10 inches.
okay,
And then for a home program, I would just say you spend time in this position. You want to be here where you feel a little pull,
yes.
you feel a little discomfort but not pain.
Uh-huh.
What does it feel like right now?
It's just, pulling. Right
Okay.
here.
What,
Right in through here.
what we're going to do is we're going to do the rolling pin in that position.
Okay,
Let's use the rolling pin. Just massage the thigh.
I have a question for
Yeah.
you. Last night, I don't know, my knee was bothering me a little more because I had just done on the steps with this. So to massage my knee like this, is that okay?
Totally fine.
It's
Totally
so
fine.
good after and behind, is that
Yep.
okay as well?
Yep.
Okay.
Any kind of sensation. And that's really when we talk about like managing pain without medication or separate from medication.
Yeah.
It's all about sensation. So this massage, this rolling pin, it's providing sensation. It's giving your brain something else to feel, something else to focus on. Mechanically, it's moving the fluid. So some of the fluid that's sitting in the knee that's swollen, it's getting that fluid moving back into the system, improving some of the lymphatic drainage.
Okay.
It's also mechanically spreading the muscle fibers. So there was trauma to the thigh, there's trauma to the calf when they're doing the procedure.
Yes.
This is helping to spread those fibers so that they can heal just like the knee has to heal. And then it's giving you a different sense or sensation. Just like if I bump my elbow, I rub it. When I rub it, that sensation of touch kind of confuses and blocks some of the sensation of pain.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. It could be heat, it could be ice, it could be electricity with a TENS unit, it could be massage, it could be anything. Your hands gliding over your skin. Any of those things are all about sensation. Some people, yeah, it's just whatever feels best to you.
So heater's okay to use on my knee right now?
So that's a great question. I will never go against what the orthopedic surgeon says.
Yes.
But what I will do is I will say, here is what we understand from clinical research. We understand that we really cannot heat the skin to a high enough temperature to get deep into the tissue without burning the skin.
Okay.
So the reality is, moist heat, dry heat, any kind of heat, whatever we put on the skin is purely sensory.
Okay.
Now, I used to say heat increases swelling. So if I have swelling, I want to put cold, not heat. But the reality is, I can't heat deep enough to dilate the blood vessels deep enough to actually increase swelling. So
Okay.
heat is purely about the superficial sensation.
Okay.
Now, if the orthopedic says absolutely don't do heat, I'm not gonna, go against that.
Right.
But if they give you the option or they don't say anything, use what feels best. I have people that throw moist heat on their knee, it loosens it up, it makes them feel better, and they walk more. That's what's important.
Okay.
Other people love ice, they put a cold pack on it. Ice does not reduce inflammation, ice does not reduce swelling, ice doesn't do any of the stuff we used to claim it did. I said for 15 years it did all that stuff, it doesn't do any of that stuff.
Okay.
Ice purely feels cold, heat purely feels warm.
Okay.
None of it can penetrate deep enough into the tissue, into the knee, to
Okay.
clinically change anything. Do what feels good, do what helps you recover, do what helps you move more. Movement is what we need.
Well, I've been walking.
Beautiful. Can you get down and go behind the calf muscle?
I can't if I'm turned.
In that position, can you? Yes, you got it. There we go.
Oh, okay, I can.
Yeah. And the goal is you're doing stuff, right?
Yes.
You feel like you're doing stuff. We're giving you something to empower you, but all the time we're keeping that knee on a little bit of tension.
True.
And so the tension, the flex, the stretch through the knee, it is actually mechanically compressing some of that fluid out of there. It's elongating the connective tissue.
Okay.
It's doing all the stuff that we want to do,
Yes.
but the brain is distracted with the back bend and the shoulders and the massage and all the other stuff that's going on. But that looks perfect. We've been going, I don't know, about 5 minutes or so. I usually say like 3 minutes above the thigh, 2 minutes below the thigh.
Okay.
I like to start with the upper thigh first to get the fluid moving back up into the system, and then you go below the knee. And you're just massaging any of the soft, squishy parts.
Oh, there's so many. Yeah, so dirty.
All right, so take a break with that.
Okay.
And then what I want to do, let the leg rest, take a breather. We'll go back into that position. And then when we do, you're going to kind of slide or slouch in the chair to
Okay.
increase the bend in the knee.
Okay.
But take as long as you want, rest as long as you want, and then we'll go back into that
Okay.
position shortly.
Thank you.
No problem.
Get back.
And this is the thing. I mean, I find this is the most comfortable position if you're going to sit in a position for prolonged periods.
Yes.
We had that knee on stretch for over 7 minutes. That's awesome. That's great. Now, go ahead and let's get it back in there. And so instead of moving the chair, what you're going to do is you're going to scoot your bottom forward. Perfect. And so I'm going to take...
And slow increments.
Yeah, as slow as you want, as slow as you can.
I have to take this off.
And what I'll do while you're there is I'll grab a quick measurement.
Okay.
I don't like to measure a lot, just because the measurements are so inconsistent.
Right.
But, that right there, without too much agony, we're at 82.
Okay.
So,
I'm going that far yet.
different positions will give you different range of motion. Well, you just got a whole bunch right there. Let me get a quick update.
It is one of my new favorites.
That's got you at 85.
Said I'm gonna try to go for 90.
It's not as easy as it was.
My neighbor tells me,
Trying to keep that.
you're just lightweight, and I'm like, you
Ah.
have no clue what they did to my knee.
Exactly.
None.
The people who have never had a knee replacement have no idea.
Oh my gosh.
The people who have had a knee replacement and got their range of motion easily have no idea.
Yeah.
And So you cannot ever compare your situation to someone else's. It's like you eat a bell pepper and I eat a jalapeno pepper. I'm going to say mine is hot, and you're going to be like, we both ate a pepper. I don't taste any difference, right? It's just completely different. You cannot compare apples and oranges.
I know, I told her, well, she's never had